Hi and welcome to Happy Vending. I'm Bill and today we're going to install this anti-bridging kit in this Royal Merlin IV soda machine. Stay tuned. Happy Vending. So what is bridging? Let's take a look in the machine and I'll show you exactly what it is. As you can see in here, I have a lot of Snapple 20-ounce bottles. But over in this column, the bottles are elevated and there's this space underneath them. This is bridging. What happened was these two bottles got bound together and pinched in this column and didn't fall down, so it stopped vending before the column was completely sold out. And this has been happening a lot in this machine. And the reason for it was this machine I originally had in another part of this building, and I just had cans in here. And it vended fine in cans because cans don't really bridge like this so much. They can just slide on this metal and they don't bind. But I moved this machine into a different part of the building and put all bottles in here. And bottles made of plastic have a tendency to bind. And this machine didn't have any anti-friction stickers installed in it. I'm gonna unjam that. You can see where there once was an anti-friction sticker over here, but there isn't one anymore. What anti-friction stickers are is they look just like this. And I once made a video on putting these in here. Basically, they're just stickers and they go in there. And these will definitely help, but when I was looking at service bulletins for this machine, I noticed that Royal developed an anti-bridging kit for the Merlin IV to address bottles bridging in the machine. So I figured instead of just getting more anti-friction stickers and putting them in there, maybe I'll try the whole anti-bridging kit. And this is it here. If you're interested in getting this, it's part number 257142. And I got this direct from Royal. And it was actually a little pricey. I think it was almost $60. And what it came with, it has a new divider that goes between the two columns. And it came with two of these, one for the front column and one for the rear column. And they're labeled which one is front and which one is back. And these go on the side like that instead of having the anti-friction stickers in there. And it also came with a new front product stop, which is, here's the old one, this one here, which this one is a slightly different design. Let's take a look at them together. This is the old one that was in the machine, and this is the new design one. They're very similar, except there are some subtle differences here. There is this little lip on the new one that is not on the old one. And the new one actually feels a little glossier. I don't know if it has some type of special coating on it, whereas the old one just feels like plain old regular aluminum. So in order to do this, I gotta take out the drinks in the front column and the rear column. I'm going to install it in this last two columns, column 6 and column 12. I also have power aids in this machine. Now this front column 6 has no anti-friction sheet here, the old sticker, but it does have one over here on the right side, and that's good. I'm gonna leave that one go. In the rear column 12, there is one on the right-hand side, and there's also one over here on the left-hand side. Now, I could keep that left anti-friction sheet in there and put the other thing on top of it, but if it's covering any of the holes, if you hear that band music, it's because the high school band is here for summer camp and they're practicing. So I have some music to work by. But if some of the tabs on the new anti-friction sheet are blocked by this, I would have to cut holes in it. So I'll see. If this anti-friction sticker in the back here gets in the way, I'm just going to yank that one out and remove it. I'm going to yank out this middle divider. It just pulls straight up and out. Here's the new design compared to the old design. There definitely is a big difference here. Big difference in size. So they must have re-engineered this and realized that the old design, for whatever reason, was causing jams. Let's put the new one in there. The new center divider went in there really easy. Make sure the metal of the divider is inside the channel, both on the left and right side, for it to fit in there properly. This won't latch down if you have this on the outside of this channel. So make sure you put that on the inside of the channel. I'm going to start with the rear anti-friction plate, and I'm just going to shove it back there and make sure these tabs go into the openings for them and push it down on them. It has no sticky side on it, so it's not a sticker. It just fits in these little tabs. It's kind of hard to see, but I do have it in the back here. I was able to get it in there without having to remove this rear spacer, although I did have to push in the left side tab to fit it in there, because those tabs on the left hand side, the one on the bottom, goes through that piece of plastic. There's holes in it that correspond with the holes in the metal plate on the machine. So you have to get that in there. You can see here, I've zoomed in on it, you can see that the tab on the rear spacer is fitting in one of the holes that's also in the anti-friction plate. So that had to be held in as I slid that plate back there and put it in the tabs. But other than that, it was pretty easy to get in there, and it's fitting in there nice. And it's right over top of the old anti-friction sticker. Got the anti-friction sticker on the right side, because they don't give you any plate like this for the right side. It's only on the left side. So you use the regular sticker on the right side. Let's put the front anti-friction plate in here. Here's one of the holes where the tabs fall into, and here's the other hole. And there's nothing that's going to get in the way here, so the front should be a lot easier. All right, line up the holes with the tabs, push them in and pull it down, and there it is. That one was really easy. You can see that the new plate has grooves in it for the side rail, the new rail, the product stop. You use the existing product stop on the right side. They didn't give us a replacement for that. For these, you just put the top in first. Make sure you're putting it in the same spot as the other one. And make sure you're getting it in the same spot on the bottom channel. Push it in and pull it down. There we go. Good and tight. Let's take a look at this. Here is the new product stop on the left side, anti-friction plate. And then here is the old product stop. There's the new divider. And then you have the back anti-friction plate there. And that's the whole kit. That's what you get. When you're filling up a Royal, always make sure you put the rear column drinks in first, because if you put the front ones in first, you're going to block the rear column. And make sure in the rear column you're putting the caps toward the back. And there should be a little bit of play between the top of the cap and the rear product stop. Not a lot of play, no more than a ½ inch. Now I'm ready to put the front bottles back in. For these, make sure the cap is facing toward you. The front product stops are not supposed to touch the bottles. Since these bottles have wide tops, I don't bring the product stops up to the bottle like this. I put them in front of the cap. I just find that the machines, typically the Royal machines, bend more reliably that way, and that's just how I do it. I threw a lot of the raspberries in this column, but here we go. That's all the raspberries. Now I have this left column filled up halfway with the raspberry Snapple 20-ounce bottles, and I'm going to bend them all out. This would have absolutely bridged before these new plates are in. Let's see what it does. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bottles in there that I have to bend. They're $2 a drink. I have a stack of ones. Let's get at it. There's number 1. 2.
Thank you.
3.
Thank you.
4.
Thank you.
5.
Thank you.
6.
Thank you.
7.
Thank you.
8.
Thank you.
And 9. It worked perfectly. You can see the column vented completely out, no bridging. I'm really pleased with these new anti-friction plates. I probably will buy more of them for these columns. If it's something you're interested in, this is the service bulletin that refers to it. You just have to make sure you're ordering it for the right height machine, whether you have a 72-inch high machine like mine, or if you have the higher one, the 79-inch high machine, you got to make sure you get the right kit. If you're having bridging problems with your Merlin 4, hopefully this video has helped you. And as always, happy vending.